Coming up on this edition of ATV News.
A chance to see and experience what aviation program's all about.
Aviation Week kicked off with a helicopter on the quad. We'll show you what the program is doing to stay innovative.
This is where people realize their power.
Logan saw a third No Kings protest. We'll tell you how many people showed up and why they came out.
I felt a little bit stupid almost doing it at first.
Why something that feels silly could actually help you stress less.
You won't need these today, but you might need this. In weather, I'll show you how long the rain is sticking around. 25 years, over 300 games won. I'll tell you what the Aggies can expect from Coach Jacobson's style.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
From the campus of Utah State University in Logan, Utah, the Department of Communication and Media presents the award-winning newscast, ATV News.
Sustaining consistency is the hardest part of greatness.
That was the new coach of the Utah State men's basketball team. Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Kinsey Bitterman.
And I'm Olivia Hadfield. USU signed a new head coach for the men's basketball team, making him the 23rd head coach in USU history. This makes him the 4th coach for the Aggies in the last 5 years. Ben Jacobson formerly coached the basketball team at the University of Northern Iowa for 25 years, winning over 390 games during his career.
I cannot tell you how excited I am and proud I am to be part of Aggie Nation.
This means the University of Northern Iowa is looking for their first men's basketball head coach in over 20 years. After making 5 NCAA appearances, coaches from other colleges have congratulated Jacobson for joining Aggie Nation. Matt Painter from Purdue says, "I'm excited for him and his family as they embark on this exciting new chapter in their lives."
We asked USU students how they felt about Calhoun leaving and what they think of our new coach.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic because I really liked Calhoun. I thought he would stay for a while, but I was very upset when he decided not to.
I was honestly very surprised. I didn't expect him to leave after us having such a great season.
I was kind of surprised hearing Calhoun was leaving. It was kind of sad, but I'm excited for this new chapter.
I hope he's good, and I hope he can, lead us as well as Calhoun did, or better. Make us go further in March Madness next year, maybe.
I hope he's good enough to take us to bigger heights than this last year.
Across the nation, millions of people took to the streets as part of the 3rd No Kings protest. A group helped coordinate the protest says there were over 3,300 organized events across the country, and one of those was here in Logan. Drivers honked as they passed protesters lined along Main Street in front of the historic Cache County Courthouse. Over 1,000 protesters filled the courthouse lawn as speakers delivered messages and musicians played live music. Many protesters couldn't summarize why they were there into one reason, instead listing many grievances ranging from the conflict to Iran, to immigration enforcement, to the administration's handling of the Epstein files. Those who could summarize their motivation focused on the belief that Trump is acting like a king.
It is clear that our president thinks he's way too powerful, and in fact, he is way too powerful because the rest of our government isn't doing anything about it.
No kings, no tyrants!
Then the crowd chanted as they marched down Main Street. The trail of protesters was so long that after circling around Center Street, it circled in on itself and had to wait for the last protesters to pass before the front could continue. Protesters say they were happy to see all sorts of people from diverse backgrounds coming together.
I don't consider myself a Democrat. I hope that me being here at this protest shows people that you don't have to be liberal to protest Republican leaders who aren't doing what they said that they would.
It's Aviation Week at USU, and alongside drones, guest speakers, and a chopper on the quad, this week highlights the history of the aviation program. Alicia Archibald joins us live from the technology building. Excuse me, Alicia, what can you tell us about those planes?
Thanks, Kinsey. I'm actually here on the quad. You can see right behind me, there's a fraternity. They're fundraising right now. But over here on the quad, if you were here Monday, you may have seen a helicopter, and that's because it's Aviation Week and the program is trying to bring some awareness to their program. This helicopter is coming in to kick off Aviation Week at Utah State University.
Every class moving period, hundreds of students stop by. They sit in the helicopter, they have a chance to see and experience what aviation program is all about.
I love the little kids because they're so cute because they don't know what it is, and so like they just really want to sit in the seats.
It's not every day that someone like me can come sit in the pilot seat of a helicopter, but today anyone can come in, they can sit in the seat, they can feel the controls and imagine what it's like to be up in the air.
Since 1939, we've had aviation here at Utah State.
USU's aviation program started thanks to the Civilian Pilot Training Act, created to send pilots to World War II. USU was teaching the latest technology then, and now
United 23 Heavy, runway 2.
They're trying to do the same.
For as long as I can remember, there's been a shortage of air traffic controllers. So
USU started an air traffic control program in 2024.
That's why.
And professors say these classes are steadily growing.
I can say for a fact that individuals have come specifically to USU for this program.
Equipped with an air traffic control simulator to keep up with new technology. And Whittle says these students won't fully be replaced with artificial intelligence.
If you're already hurting for controllers now, and AI goes down, there's no replacing that.
We're trying to be innovative and stay ahead of the curve, anticipating what's coming.
Good afternoon, Monterey Tower. Experimental.
Another program expected to launch within the next 2 years.
I'm there about 319. I can get you.
Electric vertical takeoff and landing, or air taxis.
This is kind of the next big thing.
The next big thing that the next generation.
This is the first time I've ever been in a helicopter, actually. It was pretty fun.
Can look forward to taking off. Now, also on Monday, USU had a guest speaker. It was the first pilot to fly a plane without her arms. Now, Jessica Cox does most things with her feet, including strapping herself in and flying an airplane. Cox is a motivational speaker, and her message to the crowd was to not let fear stop you.
Adaptability is possible, and I'm living proof that yes, we all have challenges, and yes, you're going to encounter things that might stand in the way of your dreams, but don't let it. Just keep pushing forward and keep going and persevering.
During her speech, Cox invited a student on stage to try to open a soda can without his arms. He opened it using his teeth. Then Cox showed him how she uses her toes to open and drink the can. The student almost got the can up to drink it, but didn't make it as far as Cox did. And after her speech, Cox signed her book, Disarm Your Limits, with her feet. And now this is only the first half of Aviation Week. Tomorrow you can go check out their simulator, their flight simulator, and their air traffic control simulator. On Friday, you can go check out the airport. Reporting live, Alicia Archibald, ATV News. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Alicia. Yes, that was so cool. Kaylee Moss and from Weather joins us at the desk. Welcome.
Wasn't that a crazy story with Jessica Cox?
So
that
crazy.
is amazing. And I am not flexible enough. I could not do that.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I was at the event and it was insane. Like everyone was, it was blown away. Before we were talking with her and she asked for gum and she like actually peeled off the gum wrapper with her foot as well. I was blown away. I could never do that.
That is so crazy.
Yes.
But do you guys know what has been flexible? The weather.
Yes.
Taking a look, we can see outside we have some beautiful flowers, but what happens to the flowers if snow comes?
I'll tell you more about that in weather. The current temperature is 66 degrees.
There's no vacation in farming.
And we'll show you how there is also no vacation in mental health struggles in farming.
We're sending good stuff to people that don't feel very good when we're here and we're dancing.
We'll show you why every foot tap is intentional and how dancers say it heals a community.
Body language.
without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
I tried Oxy at a couple of parties. I thought I had it under control. I didn't know it'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
All right. Sorry about these technical difficulties. Yes, look at this national radar right now, you guys. It is crazy. It looks completely different than it looked like last week. So we can see there are storms covering most of the nation right now. We can see up in the northern plains that there's lots of storms bringing heavy rainfall as well as snow, and those are going to push into the Greater Lakes area as well into New England. And like I said, that snow is expected to come tonight with that freezing rain. If we take a look on our west coast, we can see we have storms all the way from Northern California all the way to Washington. So lots of storms, lots of rain coming through the nation. And throughout Colorado too, and Kansas, Oklahoma, we can see lots of rainstorms as well. So if we take a closer look at Utah, we can see we have some rain in eastern Utah as well as some scattered showers around Salt Lake City. And those scattered showers will affect us up in Logan. So if we take a look at that 7-day forecast, there is a 100% chance of rain coming in tonight, and we might wake up with snow in the morning. And my camera crew was singing Christmas songs right before, and maybe that's why. Friday, there are some clouds with a high of 49 degrees. And then Saturday, it is 59 degrees. Sunday, a high of 65. So it does get warmer. So if we can just push through these next couple of days, there will be warmth for Easter. And then on Monday, a high of 68 degrees. Tuesday, there is a high of 71. And it's not shown here, but if we jump ahead, there is a chance of rain later in next week. So we'll hold on to the sun while we can, but it is great to have moisture. Yes. And I don't know where I was, but that is your weather update for you guys.
Well, thank you
Thanks,
so
Kayla.
much. Yes, that was great. I love to see all that rain swarming in.
We need the moisture, so it's good.
I'm excited for Tuesday though when it goes back up to 70 because the flowers hopefully survive the freeze over the night.
They are so pretty right now.
I know, and it's so colorful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. This colorful display is put together by 8 indigenous tribes in Utah. Aaliyah Walker takes you to the powwow and shows you why tribes say it's an important part of their culture.
These dancers are doing a traditional indigenous dance while a drum circle plays.
The powwow is a cultural celebration, and today we are celebrating Utah State University as a whole.
This is the 48th annual powwow, held at the USU Fieldhouse. Tribes gather to heal, share culture, and to ensure traditions are passed down.
We want to show them to wear their regalia, to be proud of their tribe that they are from, or their their culture, their language.
We're sending good stuff to people that don't feel very good when we're here and we're dancing.
I'm here with the crowd outside of the dance floor because dancers are the only ones that are allowed to step foot on their dance floor. This is because it has been blessed for the healing dances.
We go in a circle and gather up all the energy in the middle, and then it shoots out and gives energy to people that don't feel good.
At the powwow, people see one another as family because they connect through shared traditions and time spent together.
Well, it feels good because I see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time. It's a fun community.
Aaliyah Walker, ATV News.
Organizers say the powwow will return next year to continue the tradition at Utah State University.
In the Beehive State, experts say farmers and ranchers have the third highest suicide rate. I spoke to some of them here in Cache Valley about mental health to see how they cope.
Life on the farm isn't as simple as meat and potatoes. In fact,
I've had a guy tell me one time, he says, you know, farming it's a great way of life, but not a very good way to make a living.
The American Farm Bureau Federation says farmers face a lot of challenges that are out of their control.
Weather, natural disasters that can occur.
It's just hard to make it with the price of equipment and the price of commodities.
Setbacks in farming can create a breeding ground for stress, anxiety, and depression.
You have to be able to put in the hours and the time, and it just is stressful.
The Farm Bureau also says that there is a stigma, and that's why farmers
want to come across as strong.
And they say farmers and ranchers feel like they should be able to handle things on their own. Farmers who grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s say,
in the old days, I feel mental health wasn't an issue with farmers and ranchers.
They dealt with it on their own.
Farmers we spoke to say that there seem to be more people who struggle mentally than in the past.
Maybe it's because we didn't talk about it.
Farmers and ranchers are 3.5 times more likely to commit suicide than the general population. That's roughly 4 people compared to 1.
There's been far too many farmers who have committed suicide because they just can't make it and they don't know how to do anything else.
Most farmers are out on the farm and they're out on the tractors and they don't seek out that help.
We don't want to show that we are failing in what we do.
And when they are failing,
makes you feel kind of worthless, kind of like you weren't good enough.
Everybody has good days, everybody has bad days, and it's all a matter of coping.
And coping looks different for every farmer. Some rely on their faith.
I know that if I do the things I'm supposed to do, that my Father in heaven will help me.
While God may be the ultimate resource for some, there is other help available. Resources like Utah State Extension's Ag Wellness Program offer help and education for farmers and ranchers struggling with mental health.
Because of how the culture is today, we can talk about it.
Perhaps some of these friends would still be around if, you know, they'd had some help.
You can learn more about the USU Extension's Ag Wellness Program on our Facebook page.
Joining us at the desk, we have Erica Mejia with sports.
Hi, guys.
Hello. And Casey, that was such a great package.
Oh, thank you. It was a fun one to put together. They were kind of not willing to open up, but I'm glad that those ones were willing to.
Sounds like you got like a lot of good interviews and everything.
Yes. Well, Erica, what's happening in sports?
Lots in sports, guys. We'll show you coming up next.
We have big goals for increasing the budget.
We'll show you what budget needs increasing and where the money will be going to.
I think it kind of gives people permission to do things they wouldn't normally do.
Who are the faces behind Big Blue and a news camera?
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
once that game starts, like there's no hiding then, right? Now you can see these numbers. Once the game starts, there's nowhere to hide, right? We know what we're going to do.
Executing his role as head coach of men's basketball. Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Erica Mejia. Now let's get back to USU's new hire coach, Jacobson. Coach Jacobson is a career-winning coach, and with close to 400 wins under his belt, his strategy is more than just about winning.
There's times when you have high expectations, that a feeling of, man, I've got to do everything right, I've got to be perfect. That's never going to be a part of it with me or with our guys or with our program, right?
Coach Jacobson says bonding, routine, and habits are just as important as the game of basketball. Athletics has also had some budget increases, and a USU athletic director explains why. Athletic Director Cam Walker wants to reinvest in basketball program with earning money through multiple ways, especially with USU basketball going into the Pac-12 this year.
The dollars we spend aren't different colors. They all come out the same color, and you don't necessarily have just certain money for certain things.
Walker explains fees being raised and how and where that money is being distributed in athletics department. Now, in other sports news, men's tennis swept Air Force 4-0, making this a program record for men's tennis. And let's take a look at men's golf. They traveled to Arizona for a Cowboy Classic this week. The lineup will play a total of 54 holes in 2 days. And with women's gymnastics, they are killing it, winning the Mountain West Championship, including back-to-back postseason titles. They'll be going to NCAA Regional Championship this Thursday in Louisiana. You're all caught up on ATV Sports.
Thanks, Erica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so cool. There's so much going on.
So much going on. So much big news. And that glowing referral for Coach Jacobson. Oh, yes.
Yes, I think he's going to be great.
Seems like a keeper.
Yes.
It does.
Well, there's another famous face in our next story. There are multiple studies that show sometimes who we are depends on what you wear or what you hold. Kaylee Moss shows us a closer look at the invisible barriers that can shape behavior and identity.
Behind the lens,
He is wanting to be right in the middle of everything and getting the best shot.
behind the face USU fans recognize.
Big Blue is, he's on the front row of every game, he's the center of attention.
But when the mask or camera are down, the person underneath can be very different.
I am slow to warm up to people. I tend to be more reserved, and Big Blue, is kind of the opposite of all that. My freshman year was really tough. Had a hard time making friends, but like Big Blue is, best friends with everybody.
Brian Champagne is a news photographer, usually behind the camera.
I'll do things with a camera on my shoulder that I wouldn't do otherwise.
He's generally not a loud guy. He's not the center of attention. He is happy just to sit and not say anything. But yeah, no, when he has a camera, he's very much in people's faces.
A study called Enclothed Cognition shows what we wear or carry can actually change how we think and act.
Whether it's a camera or a mascot head, studies show that people who have hidden identities can act more freely or boldly. And this allows us to push through difficult moments.
Researchers call it the Proteus effect. When we step into a role, we start to become it.
They are monitoring my heart for 30 days.
Right before March Madness, Clark had a mini stroke.
Big Blue's not sick. Like, that just doesn't happen.
And 3 days later, he was flipping again.
Giving birth, Brian wanted to videotape it, and I didn't want him to. And so he was just watching, and he started to get lightheaded.
I went to traffic school, and they played this gory video of all this carnage, and I passed out.
Yeah. So I was like, just grab your camera. And once he had that camera, he was fine.
Experts say tools like cameras can help shift focus and reduce anxiety. It might not be as big as a camera or mascot head, but maybe we all have a psychological barrier.
That's the thing. I talk about it being a barrier, but it's also an extension of me.
And sometimes that barrier doesn't hide who we are, just helps show us who we are.
It's taught me a lot about the kind of friend and the kind of leader that I want to be.
Whether it's a mask, camera, or something smaller, What we hold might be helping shape who we become. Kaylee Moss, ATV News.
You can find more information about all of these studies on our Facebook page.
Feeling stressed? It might have less to do with your workload and more to do with how often you're laughing. Dr. Matthew Wappett, Executive Director of USU's Institute for Disability Research, brought students and community members together for a laughing yoga session aimed at reducing stress. Some even refer to him as the laughter doctor.
It helped a lot more than I thought it would, to be honest. I really enjoyed it.
Laughing yoga uses simple hand motions and body movement to get people laughing together. Wappett guided the group through different exercises designed to release stress, along with a discussion on our habits and behaviors shape our well-being.
They found that if they put laughter, I definitely want to try it outside of this event, yeah.
Laughing yoga was hosted by the USU Healthy Aggies Coalition, which focuses on student well-being.
You guys, he has such a contagious laugh.
He does.
That was making me laugh.
Yes, I was trying hard not to giggle. that is so funny.
Well, thank you for watching this edition of ATV News.
You can watch this and other editions on our Facebook page.
We're going to leave you with more shots of Big Blue.
Have a great week, Cache Valley.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt. And to follow the swimming rules. You're always looking out for me and trying to keep me safe.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
Here in the garage.
Closet, shuttle box, under the bed. Where anyone can get to it. How safe is that?
How safe is that?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed,